Hey guys, welcome back to the DAE Create and Hang. I'm Henry. Today I'm going to be showing off. Let me just make sure that this switched. All right, we're all good. It's the image you're not supposed to be seeing. So today I'm going to be taking these are two postcards. This one one of my close friends sent to me, and this one of my close friends sent to my brother. She's living in Manhattan right now, not being able to go outside, so she's been drawing a lot and sending postcards. But I don't have the best handwriting, so I figured I'd make her a little animation because I'm better at that than this kind of art. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little character, she calls it the Void Boy, which is just about the cutest name ever. And I'm going to animate a little video for her, I think. Rasterize that. Yeah, receiving letters has been really nice. My girlfriend sent me a letter from Connecticut. One of my friends just moved home to California and we started being pen pals, which has been really nice. You know, this despite all the stuff going on in the world, the human spirit really does persevere. So yeah, so we got this little Void Boy, and I think first off what I'm gonna do is brighten him up a little bit. I like how dim all this is. Yeah, that looks better. This is pretty pixelated, so I might have to redraw on top of this. Yeah, a bit too low quality, so let's see if we can fix that. Not the worst. Pen's black. Should have made more space for my mouse over here. All this stuff on the desk everywhere. Line work. I really should have broken out my Wacom tablet, my Wacom tablet. Still not sure how that's pronounced. My friend's just living in Upper Manhattan right now with her mom. They've just been cooking food. She's been trying to finish up her undergrad degree in classical violin so she can go to get her master's. She got into Juilliard for her master's. So She's looking to go there. She's not sure if she's going to go for performance or teaching or what, but this girl can play the violin, so she'll be, you know, she's one of those people that whatever she ends up doing it's going to be awesome. You know, this drawing stuff, like these characters are all just things she does in her spare time. You know, whereas my handwriting looks like Comic Sans, so definitely not gonna get the messages from. Lower the music. Will do. Yeah, put it right about there. Do that one more time. Really hard to get those even strokes on a mouse. Starting to look pretty good. Let's see what it looks like without the background. Not the best line work, but you know, it's definitely starting to look cute. She also draws these same little characters with angel wings sometimes, which always comes in really good. Let me just mute my phone for a second so I'm not getting all these vibrations. There we go. Alright, let's see how that looks. Not too bad. Connect these lines a bit. That leg does look a lot bigger than the other one, but you know, we're gonna go with it. Alright. Actually, you know what? I lied. Big ol' liar. Go back in and fix this leg, I think. There's definitely easier ways to do this, but I still have not completely gotten the hang of Illustrator. So this is the way that I know how. Now this foot looks wonky. Nope. funny looking feet. Going to make sure these lines are all connected. Let's see, what else do we got here? I grabbed some pictures on the internet from the Archive, which is a great website if you don't know about it. It's basically just public domain stuff, like the NASA moon. I think this is Chinese moon footage, but like the NASA moon landing and stuff is on there, free to use. You can put it in whatever you want. They got articles and books and everything. So I want to use this video, but I will need to do that in After Effects. So I'm gonna use this as a placeholder for now, just to get the basic idea. Oops. Should have shaded after I colored it in, you know? Would have made a lot more sense. Made my life a lot more easy. But we did not do that, did we? Me and Jasmine have this big plan to make an animated movie someday. But the planets need to align just right for that to happen, because both of us are busy and we live 3 hours apart. And also, animation is a very time-consuming thing for one person to do. I don't think I'm quite good enough to, you know, we'll see, you know. I think I know what I'm doing, and then I watch a show like Midnight Gospel, and feel a lot more clueless about everything, as well as a lot less clueless about other things. But yeah, highly recommend that show. It's the guy that did Adventure Time animated it. Duncan Trussell did it. It's a very, very beautifully done show as far as animation goes. And storytelling. The storytelling's beautiful as well. But as somebody who grew up watching Adventure Time from like the first season, I definitely am a little bit biased. Let's see if I can just fill this one in. Yeah, that helps me out a bit. And this type of animation's easy, you know, I'm not making this character move or anything. I'm just going to make the shot move. I'm just going to do kind of like a simple push in, pull out. I don't know. I think the theme of this picture is isolation, especially given the fact that this little dude got no face, and I'm putting him on the moon. So you know, probably I'll start up real close on the Void Boy, and then I'll slowly pull out. And you'll be like, oh hey, he's on the moon. Probably makes the most sense. Just touching up this line work. Then after I get all these layers, I'm going to throw it into After Effects and see what I can do there. I like that, honestly. Looks a little janky, but not the worst. It's very Dr. Manhattan-y. Very Watchmen. And it makes a little sense given the way we're all feeling, you know. Like me and Jasmine and my brother had big old plans this summer. A lot of them got squashed, but we've been finding ways to hang out. We play a lot of play a lot of board games and Tabletop Simulator lately, which has been a lot of fun. All right, I'm gonna that invisible. Color range. Stress that. Bingo bango. Yeah, so you know what? Where am I putting this? For jazzy. Should start up After Effects earlier. But yeah, so this over here is the Internet Archive. And the Wayback Machine is also really cool because you can, like, say you had a MySpace like 10 years ago and you can't find it, you could, if you know, I mean, if you know the URL of your MySpace, which I guess if you can't find your MySpace, you probably don't know the URL, but you can look back at old websites that haven't existed in years. But yeah, this is a really cool. My favorite one is if you go to the video stuff, because they've got old files, old arcade games, emulations, tools, photographs, news articles. But my personal favorite place as like a video nerd is the Prelinger archives, because they've got everything from old footage from World War II to like personal hygiene videos from the 60s. Just all these really good resources, and like you could download a bunch of these, and you could I took an experimental film class where for most of the class I would just download weird weird stuff from there and cut it together and put my own audio to it and try to tell a totally new story with footage that has existed for years and years and years. And for somebody who doesn't have the money to shoot on film, it's a good way to get your hands on like filmy stuff. It's helpful for effects. It's I used some of it in my senior project. Editable layer styles. Okay. Oh, we're already in the project, After Effects. Come on now. Now, I also want to see. Why did that crop not work? Nope. Just have to zoom it. Where's time? What is time? Time reverse layer. Negative time stretch layers is not supported? What are you saying? Why not After Effects? That's strange. Never had that problem before with stuff with that. Alright, well I guess we're just gonna work on here. I'm gonna start by how long is this? Let's work with the 15-second timeline. That sounds about right. For how long I want this animation to take. Start it right there. You know, I wish that was higher quality, but that's what you get when you edit in Photoshop and not in Illustrator. Alright, so let's do the same thing for, yeah, that's the moon. Yeah, you know, the whole animation might come out a little pixelated, but I'm not opposed to that. I think what I'm going to do for the stars, and I can start with that right now, is set a keyframe for rotation. Bring it all the way to 15. So that's 0%. So let's just see what 1000% does. A little too much. So let's split the difference. Put this to 500. See if that's enough. Yeah, honestly, I want it to be kind of subtle, so maybe just 200? Yeah, you know. Let me see if there's any effects I can put on it that kind of give a... Try to think, yeah, maybe an echo effect would be good. I like that already. It does look like there's some movement happening, but... So if this is the starting place, just trying to remember how to do something. Alright, so the drawing, start with this scale. I want it to end real tiny. Like we're just floating out. And so 326 to 45. Oh no. That's why you work with the biggest image files that you can. So it cuts off right about here. So that's 91, 97, 991. Nope. Alright, let's delete this keyframe. I'm just going to do this by hand. Right about there. So maybe... Oh no. The moon needs to not go off the edge. Layer new. Is that a light in here? Spotlight. Cast shadows. Oh, wait. There we go, that's why. Yeah, maybe that's not the right way to do that. I wonder if I could find a shooting star to throw in there or something. How corny is corny? You know, there's got to be a way to do this in. Alien face, what the heck is this? What does this even do? I guess that only works for 3D stuff. I really should figure out how to like take something like this and just be able to build it in Blender. Because it'd be a lot more easy to play around with these effects if I was playing with 3D shapes rather than 2D. I like what that's doing. So yeah, those stars are actually starting to look pretty okay. Wish it was a little brighter. Yeah. Doesn't look like stars, but it's definitely spacey. It's definitely got that, whoa, kind of vibe going. Alright, let's add these back on. I think what I'll probably do is take this animation and speed it up in Premiere. And then that way it's a bit easier for me to add in music, and it's a bit easier for me to Premiere is my main program, so it's you know. Oh, actually, that stretch makes it look like fake 3D a little bit. You know, I'm getting lazy now. I'm not getting lazy, I'm just getting eager. Jazzy.mov. QuickTime. Alright, and where's this going? Jazzy.mov. No, I don't want it to go to exports. Let's render this out. Alright, this is going to take 2 seconds. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Inconvenient timing. Be right back. It's definitely looking pretty cool. Pretty happy with it for the amount of time it's taken. rooms. Yeah, this is very Dr. Manhattan. Making me want to reread Watchmen. I feel like, yeah, we got it over there. Maybe that's what I'll do after I get off this. It feels very appropriate. Maybe I'll do some text animation during this part. Something like a digital postcard that I can send to Jasmine. Yeah, and if anybody out there has any ideas of weird little things that I can animate for next week or anything like that, you know, I'll keep coming up with weird stuff, but I'd love some suggestions and anything like that. I like a good challenge. Alrighty. So, oh, that sound scared the bejeebers out of me. I don't think you guys could hear it, but there's always a little sound saying, I'm done. It's not the most pleasant. No. Alright. Well, I hope this works. Converting, I don't like that. Do I have VLC on here? I do not. Let's just open it in Premiere then. Cross our fingers that this export worked. A little nervous about closing out of it, but hopefully next week I'll be on my computer and all these things will run just a little bit faster. A little bit smoother. For now, this is the only thing I have with the webcam. Come on, Premiere. And also Flickr is good because you can go, if you type in Flickr Creative Commons, people can upload their photos and specify exactly what the copyright is on it. So I made sure that the star picture that I took was like legal for me to use, so that, you know, I'm not stealing photos from an artist who you know, an artist who wants to sell that photo for money or something like that. Like, I'd feel bad using it, and it's just not. And it's really nice because this on the page you can click on any of these. If you click see more, then it opens up a search, so you can search through them. And as you can see, there's hundreds, millions, I think, at certain points. Yeah. How many decimals we got here, or how many commas we got here? Yeah, millions. So it's always good when you're doing stuff like this, because I know there's a lot of YouTube content creators who either struggle to find good background images and videos and music and stuff like that, or they'll just downright steal it and hope that they get away with it, and then get upset when YouTube flags it and takes their video down. So it's always good to use, you know, the Internet Archive's great, Flickr is great. I also use Freesound, which I'll probably use right now once I get this into Premiere. If and when. Yeah, I don't like that this is not. New project, come Come on. Ooh. Lovely little beach ball. Desktop. Oh, come on. This is a boring way to end a live stream. Let's hope that this works. There we go. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear this music, but... But yeah, so that's looking pretty good. But yeah, I got into VFX and stuff like this during undergrad, which actually ended very recently for me. I graduated this semester under quarantine, which is fun. But I studied film, so definitely gave me a lot of insight. I don't like all that skipping, is that? That's just because it's unrendered. But yeah, I studied film, and while I was there, it's like I directed movies and I did stuff like that. But I think the thing I was drawn to most was, you know, once all the footage is captured and once everything is said and done, the last step is the editing, and that's really where you get to see everything come together. And a movie is made or broken by the editor. Like I feel like a lot of the worst movies out there, it's just because it's whoever threw it together at the end didn't do the best job. You know, it's not even a matter of who directed it or who shot it or anything like that, but you know, those stalls are moving pretty fast. So let's see. Render that up again. And you can do all this stuff in After Effects. You can do pretty much everything you're doing right here in After Effects. It's a little easier for me as somebody who knows Premiere as well as I do to just jump over to this program, especially because Adobe's so great at letting you, like, you know, we started in Photoshop and then we were in After Effects and now we're in Premiere. And aside from the time it takes to load up the program, there's little to no you know, little to no problems going back and forth. And like sometimes you'll run into problems, but as long as you know where to look, or honestly knowing how to Google is a big part of it, knowing the right thing to type into Google when you don't know what's going on. And I feel like that's true for coders, that's true for anybody who anybody who works in any kind of digital realm, just knowing the right words to Google makes a big difference. So yeah, I'm liking how this is looking. Maybe, I'm trying to think, what should I say at the end? Where does it stop moving? Put a marker right there so I know where it is. Oh, nope, not a Photoshop file. There's two types of titles in Premiere. I like using the legacies because they look fancy. Words, I guess. Now, should they be in the stars? I feel like it should be something poetic, given this imagery. Like, ooh, why can't I see that? Color, opacity. Ah, that's why. It's some weird font. I feel like this is every single ad that I've seen on TV lately is since being under this quarantine is something along these lines. Yeah, let's throw a cube spin on here. Let's see how that does. Nope. That's never the one you want. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Didn't even realize. So here, I'm gonna try to get a transition that I like. You know, this is the old faithful. Drag it out a little longer. Render it one last time. And we'll see what we got. Alright. Turn these babies off. What? Was it rendered? There we go. Yeah, I think with a little more tweaking that'd be pretty good. Don't like the way it looks like he... I guess it makes sense that it looks like he stretches, but maybe I oughta slow it down a little because it does look like he stretching. But yeah, that's my time for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back next week, same time, 2 o'clock, for some other weird kooky animation stuff. And again, if anybody has any ideas, throw them out there to me. I'd love some input. Yeah, have a good one.